All right, we got our new battery from AutoZone. It is the Duralast Platinum. Has a 4-year warranty, so that's pretty awesome. We have our cleaning tools. This will separate, clean the inside and then the terminals. We have the battery connector gel as well as the felt pads. I like to use the silicone spray on the battery itself. That helps prolong the plastic of the battery, and I've noticed that it helps keep things from leaking from the ports. Okay, next up we're going to loosen these connectors, these nuts that are here. We have a 10mm socket that we're going to use, and that will loosen up the connections here and the connections here. We're going to start with the negative side. That way if we touch anything when we're disconnecting the positive side, we won't cause an arc or cause damage to the battery or ourselves. And we just have to loosen it up. So we're going to take the terminal off. It doesn't look too bad, but we will still clean it. Okay, so now we're going to go to the red terminal. The negative is disconnected. It's put out of the way so it doesn't accidentally touch it. Now we can disconnect the red terminal. Our positive terminal does have corrosion. You can see there's corrosion down here. There's corrosion along the top. We're going to take it off. And you can see the corrosion on the inside as well. So normally you would clean this off with our brushing device. This would normally get replaced. You can see it's already corroded and falling apart. They didn't want it replaced, so we're not going to replace it at this time. Now that we have both terminals disconnected and set out of the way, we're going to remove the bracket that is holding down the battery. It's also a 10mm. You just loosen the back one up, and then there's one up front here. This one I take out all the way. And I'll set that aside. This one I just wiggle until this is free, and then you pull it out. We'll set that aside. And now the battery is free to be removed. This is also a good time to clean the area where the battery is sitting. You can pull this out and clean it as well. So for the positive terminal, it does need to be replaced, but we're not going to replace it at this time. We're just going to clean it to get the corrosion off. We have our brush here. We're also going to use this brush here. So here I have a bottle of water and baking soda. This will help neutralize any acid. If we spray it on the pan, you'll see that it will bubble. And that's just going to neutralize any acid. We'll also spray it on our terminal here. Now we're going to do the same thing to our negative terminal here. We're just going to clean it up and inspect it as well. And then I'll grab a pair of pliers like these, and then I just will spread them apart so that they go back onto the battery easily. So now that's been spread apart. See, this one's been closed. Put the pliers in, pull them apart, and now it has a gap again. So now it's time to put the new battery in. Pay attention to the orientation of where the terminals are. I usually will leave the caps in place until I'm ready to put the terminals on. In this case, the red was on the left side, the passenger side, and the negative was on the driver's side. I'm just gonna put that in there, make sure it's on the tray nice and... Okay, so we've got it all cleaned up and dried off for the most part. We're gonna go ahead and apply some of this silicone spray just to help protect the metal now that it's been exposed. We got our trusty used but clean underwear here as a rag. And we're just gonna apply this over the metal. You could repaint this. In this case, we're not going to. We're just gonna try to help protect the metal with some silicone spray. So now we're gonna put this back into the spot that it was in. So right about there is about how it was. I'm gonna show you something here. So on the back of this, there is a hook. There's the hook. It's gonna hook into the body of the vehicle or into the pan. Let's see if we can focus up. So there's a hole right there where this is gonna go. So we're just gonna hook it in that hole. So now it's snug, it's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so this is in that hole, it's snug. It is a little loose for now, that's okay. We're gonna put our screw back into the front half. So our screw will go here to the front half. And we're just gonna make it finger tight. Now we're going to make sure that the battery is within the bracket, because the bracket should hold the battery still. While we hold the bracket, we're going to put a little tension by pulling up on it, and then we're going to tighten with the 10 millimeter. And then before it gets too tight, we're just going to make sure that it's centered. The battery is centered as well. And now we can ratchet it down. It doesn't need to be crazy tight. It's just supposed to hold the battery so the battery doesn't slide around. So right now, the battery can move a little bit, so we'll tighten it a little bit more. We'll tighten the front. And we'll check the battery one more time. Still has a little bit of movement. We'll just tighten this a little bit more. Okay, there we go. The battery's not moving. The car is moving instead of the battery. Now we're going to focus back on the terminals. We're going to do it in the reverse order. We're going to connect the negative terminal, the red terminal first, and then we'll connect the negative terminal, the black side, to the battery. Let's spray a little bit of silicone on it. And on the connection as well. If you bang on this to try to get it to go in place, you risk damaging the small seal that is around the lead terminal, and that's how you can get corrosion on your battery because of that. One thing I forgot to do is we're going to use these. So you do have some battery gel as well as the pads. We're going to take some of this dielectric grease and put it around the terminal. And we're going to put the felt down. Now we'll put the terminal. Terminal is in place. And then we're just going to tighten this with our 10 millimeter just enough until the terminal doesn't move. Okay, I felt it get a little, still has a little bit of movement left in it. Let's finish tightening it up. Okay, there we go. So now it's not moving. You can see the vehicle is moving when I tug on it. go ahead and cover the terminal so nothing touches it. And now we're going to move on to the negative terminal. So same thing here, we're going to take this cap off. We're going to spray some of this silicone spray on the terminal. And we're going to spray some on the connection as well. More grease. Just to the terminal. You could apply some inside the connector as well. And now we're going to attach the negative terminal. And we want to make sure we push it all the way down. You don't want to hit it, you don't want to tap it, just make sure it's all the way down. If it doesn't go all the way down, just spread it out with those pliers once more. You know what? I forgot to put the felt down. Let's put the felt down. Now that the felt is down, we're going to tighten the connector. And the same thing here, we're just going to tighten it until it's snug. It doesn't have to be over tightened. So I'm feeling a little resistance on the wrench. I'll give it a tug, and it's secure. And just to show you, it's not closed all the way. It doesn't have to be closed all the way. As long as it's snug, it's not going to go anywhere, and it's got a secure connection. Now, just because I'm crazy, I'm going to spray the battery again with more silicone spray. As well as the stud. And I'll just use the clean but old underwear to move that silicone around the top of the battery. And I find that the silicone spray keeps the battery clean, keeps the metal around it clean as well. So I've been using that for a little while now. And that helps with keeping the corrosion off of these terminals. But banging on the battery to put those terminals on, that's a lead cause to why you have corrosion on your battery. As well, you know, the battery's leaking, of course. So that's it. Job is done. Thanks for watching.